You are welcome once again to Real Fitness with Auntie Moore. And today we are going to chat. And with me here is Dr. William Luvega, who I met some years ago, about
Several,
8 years ago,
more than eight.
more than 8 years
Yeah,
ago.
I get.
I'm wondering, where did we meet first?
I think we met at SARS Clinic.
At SAS
Yeah.
Clinic. Yes, I wasn't feeling well. I remember I wasn't feeling well, and most of you knew I took 12 years to have a baby. And we had done several tests with William, and they were
Yep.
negative.
Yes.
And then you made a suggestion. The suggestion was, why don't we have a pregnancy test? And I'm thinking, are you out of your mind? I mean, for a woman who's waited 12 years, are you out of your mind? Okay, so anyway, we went ahead and we did it. And then you walked in and said, the angel Gabriel announcing to you.
Yep.
That was the funniest moment of my life. And at the same time, the stressful moment of my life. It was funny, but I was happy but stressed.
I remember you.
Yeah.
You simply didn't believe it.
No,
You
I
were
didn't
so
believe
surprised.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, but that was the miracle we had waited for, and I was so happy about that. So, William, back to you. Tell us more about yourself, what you do. Yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. William Lubega. I'm a plastic surgeon with Unity Skin Clinic. I'm also the co-founder of the Medical Concierge Group with the Rocket Health brand, and I'm the director of medical services there as well.
Wow, that's amazing. Where exactly, again, is that found?
The Rocket Health is found on Mirembe Business Center,
Hmm.
and Unity Skin Clinic is found at the Medical Hub on Useful Road.
Okay, so what exactly do you do with the skin, if I should ask?
So I'm interested in cosmetic surgery.
Okay,
So I partnered with a dermatologist.
okay.
So because
Hmm.
with the plastic surgery, do beyond what the dermatologist can do.
I see, I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, in repairing, pulling the skin and
Um, so
stretching it, or what? What?
so we do facelifts, we do
Yes.
breast reductions, we do tummy
Wow.
tucks,
Wow.
liposuction, facial
Wow.
rejuvenation surgeries.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
a
guess
lot of
what?
that.
Today we're talking about aging well. So, how many of us want to look good?
Me.
You? You
Yes.
want a facelift?
What a
Okay, some of us would need a facelift. You want those breasts lifted. Ladies, I think, yeah, hands up. With so many hands up. Okay. So that's a wonderful thing,
Thank you so
especially
much.
for Uganda, for us to have that.
I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of change in terms of health
Hmm.
seeking habits.
Yes,
Most people
yes,
are watching Botched,
yes.
they're watching
Uh-huh.
the Kardashians,
Okay,
and
okay.
all these ones, they're looking at how they're aging and trying to
Yes,
see how we can be able to slow down aging
exactly,
and also
exactly.
have very beautiful faces
Wow,
and very
wow.
beautiful looks. Yeah.
One of those things, when I was growing up, I watched my father, and for me, this is a down moment. I watched my dad take tablets. I mean, he self medicated most of his life. And so I said to myself, I don't want to be like that. For anything, he was self medicating. And I'm thinking, really, must it be this way? And so I had a passion straight away to read about health. That's where it all started. And again, I had very sporty brothers, Peter, Simon, Chisaka. Those are my brothers. I had very sporty brothers. So I took after them in a sense of running. I began early in taking good care of myself. And so my desire really is to age well and to inspire other people to age well. And I wanted to ask, in our natural realm, because there's the divine realm, in the sense of, there's that moment when a doctor tells you there's nothing more we can do. And you don't want to get to that place where your doctor tells you there's nothing more you can do. And of course, we know that's where God can come in, and we pray for that miracle. Sometimes it means going home to heaven, and sometimes a miracle can actually happen. But we don't want to get to that moment. How can we avoid getting to that moment? What are those key things that we can do in our natural realm to actually age well? Can you give us some tips on that?
Thank you so much. So there are a couple of things that you can do to be able to age gracefully. And one of them is having a well balanced diet. Having your
Okay.
proteins,
Yeah.
having your carbohydrates,
Mm-hmm.
having your vitamins,
Mm-hmm.
eating your vegetables,
Yeah.
some minerals.
Yeah.
So having an all-round balanced diet, it can
Okay.
really, really help reduce the
Mm-hmm.
aging.
Mm-hmm.
Another important thing is having time for exercises.
Yes.
I know most of you are very busy, so having at least 30 minutes of exercise a day can
Yeah.
help you keep young.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing that helps keep young is
Mm-hmm.
being happy,
Yes.
smiling,
Yes. Yes.
trying to keep happy, a happy face, a happy smile.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you have so many thoughts, when you
Mm-hmm.
have depression,
Mm-hmm.
anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
all these factors
Mm-hmm.
induce oxidants that help that increase the age,
Yes. Yes.
your aging cells in your blood.
Yes. Yes.
So the other thing is being able to avoid the risky behaviors
Right.
such as smoking and
Yeah.
alcohol,
Yeah.
because what these do, they damage your body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They also increase the rate at which you're aging.
Right. Right, I agree with that. I agree with that. Toxins, right?
Yes.
Yeah, environmental toxins, the smoking, the deep frying.
Yep.
I
Exactly
watched.
what you eat.
There's a lady
Yep.
I watched. We were driving from home, and I actually took pictures of it.
Okay.
But I didn't show her face. Okay, I made sure I didn't do that. But she was frying, deep frying. This is common on Kampala roads, okay? Deep
Yeah.
frying a lot of bread, cassava, and all of this, the French toast, but in a
Yeah.
lot of oil.
Yep.
And on the other side, there was another pan cooking, but with a plastic lid, the bucket covers,
Okay.
and she had covered that with a thick plastic. And then, of course, we have the buckets on the table where all the hot stuff is now put in. So we're talking plastics, so environmental
Yep.
toxins right
Yep.
there,
Yep. Yep.
bringing in the disease, kicking that
Yep.
in, the
Yep.
cancer,
Yeah.
the
The carcinogens from the
yes,
plastics. Yeah.
yes. So I think much of our community is eating from that, and a lot of people actually are not aware when they sit in a place to eat what is in the back, what is in the kitchen, whether they
And
used
that's
Cavera
important.
to cover this or to do that, and that does affect our aging because when disease comes in the system, isn't that so?
Yeah.
And then yeah, you can.
So the
Mm,
other thing that I want
mm,
to point out is when
mm.
people talk about health,
Yes.
according to the World Health Organization,
Okay.
health simply refers to a complete state of
Mm-hmm.
well-being
Yeah. Yeah.
of basically it's your mind,
Mm-hmm.
body,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then
And then
your mind, body, and
okay,
spirit. So you
okay,
look at it
yes.
like in a holistic
Yes,
environment.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. And that's my view. My viewpoint is always spirit, actually spirit, mind, body.
Yep.
Yeah, because our connection to your faith, your connection to God is another way that you will be happy and stable in your life.
And that's important.
Yes,
Yep.
when you ignore your spirit man, you ignore your soul area, the emotional part, I think you can tear right into pieces. Okay,
That's
now let's go to nutrition because I know you're a skin doctor and I
I'm
know
cosmetic surgeon. Yep.
cosmetic surgeon, but there are foods that we can eat that can actually improve how we look.
Yes.
Yes, what are some of those foods that we can eat?
So one
Mm,
vegetables.
yes.
When you have
Mm,
your vegetables,
mm-hmm.
they have certain vitamins that are
Yes.
important
Yes.
for
Yes.
growth.
Yes.
The omega foods
Omega
that are
3.
rich in
Yeah.
omega
Yeah. Yeah.
three. The
Mm-hmm.
fish is also
Yes.
very good
Yes. Yes.
because it's rich
Mm.
in the omega oils.
Right.
All these ones help in the building
Mm-hmm.
blocks of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously it's how you, for example, if I say vegetables,
Yes.
if you fry them a lot, they
Yes.
lose the ingredients that could
Yes.
help
Mm-hmm.
with the aging, and the richness of those
Mm-hmm.
vegetables is lost because
Right.
you've cooked them a lot.
Right.
And Uganda, we basically are lucky to have basically the bread basket. We have
We have a
a
lot.
lot of fruits.
Yes.
I mean, you could have some oranges, you could
Mm-hmm.
have some
Mm-hmm.
bananas,
Mm-hmm.
you could have some avocado,
Yes.
you could have
Yes.
the
Yes.
cabbages, the
Yes.
lettuce. There's a
Yes.
lot that you
Yes.
can
There's
be
a
able to
lot
eat.
that we can eat.
Yep.
And I think
Beetroot.
yes, the
Yep.
beetroot, super one.
Yep.
We have a lot, but we lack the planning. And I notice a lot of people, I do tend to look at people's shopping baskets.
Okay.
Sorry if you saw me look at your basket. But uh, we do a lot of carbs and less of the green, of the yellow. I think colors, mixing the colors does do help in beautifying ourselves and keeping our age young. I think the more color we have on a plate, the better, right,
A
doctor?
variety. Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yes, that's
So
true.
sometimes we'll say, which one do I pick? I usually tell them, just go all colors. If you don't know what to do, go
Yeah.
all colors.
Yes.
It is probably the quickest way to do it. Um, Exercise, you mentioned exercise as a key thing. Now, for women my age, I'm 49, okay,
Okay.
and anybody my age, how often should somebody really work out in order to, because there's the overdrive, is doing something too much, and instead you look tired, you look finished,
Okay.
and then there's totally sitting back and doing nothing. Yeah, what is the most healthy way to do exercise for 40s and above?
Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, for most women, when they
Mm.
get to their above 35,
Yes.
there are all these hormonal changes that happen as you progress
Right.
towards
Right.
menopause.
Right.
And these hormonal changes are often associated with increased aging.
Yes.
They're also associated with reduced bone density. You get
Mm.
osteoporosis. So you can't really be so vigorous with
And
exercises.
another challenge, as you keep on talking about
Yes.
that, I want you to talk about this too, because when as you get older, the tummy, people struggle
Yep.
with fat in particular
Yep.
areas, and no
Yep.
matter how much you work out, the
It won't
tummy
go.
won't go, the
Yep.
back fat won't go.
Yes.
Just talk about that a bit. Yeah.
Okay. So one, I'll still
Mm.
just finish up with
Yes.
the osteoporosis.
Yes.
So as you grow older, as you age towards menopause, and you're
Yes.
having all these hormonal changes, your
Mm-hmm.
bones become weak.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do very aggressive exercises because you end up
Yes.
either having
Mm.
some fractures.
Mm. You're right.
So I'd recommend if you at least some brisk walks would be able
Yes.
to
Oh,
help.
wow. Fantastic.
About 30 minutes a day of
Yes.
a brisk walking,
Okay.
and climbing up and down a flight of stairs helps you
Yes.
keep your cardio. So
Okay.
there are small exercises that you can be able to do at home
Mm-hmm.
without necessarily being over assertive. In
Is
ter-
my heart rate important as I exercise?
of course, your heart rate is important.
Mm.
That's why some people end up having heart attacks as they're exercising
Exactly.
because they are
Yes.
doing it. They are
Yes.
doing it so much.
Right.
So basically, in most cases, when you're doing exercises and it's not so strenuous, you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't actually feel your heart pumping. But if you
Mm.
feel your heart pumping, that means
Right.
you're being over exertive on yourself.
Yes.
Your heart rate could be more than 100 beats per minute.
Right.
So you will
Right.
have to keep it within your
Yes.
comfort zone.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you mentioned something about the depositions of
Mm-hmm.
fat
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on the tummy, the
Yes. Yes.
buttock.
Exactly.
So unfortunately, some of these are as a result of the hormonal changes that are happening in your body.
Mm,
So
mm, mm.
at the back, there's a natural process that is happening.
Okay.
So the important thing is being able to watch what you eat,
Okay.
because once you don't give the body the source of the fat that is depositing,
Right.
then it won't deposit in those places.
Right.
The other
Right.
important thing is doing your exercises, because that way you're burning up the fat in your body,
Right.
and that will reduce the deposits that you're having in different parts of your body.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We'll be back after this. Stay in tune. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Fitness, Real Fitness with Auntie Moore, and I'm glad to be here once again with Dr. William Lubega.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we were just talking briefly about exercise and a couple of things. And you mentioned one of the things that I have read from this book, Living in Divine Health by Dr. Don Colbert. A very, very wonderful book. It's like you were reading from his pages. One of the things he mentioned is low intensity exercise helps our bodies build up their antioxidant enzyme systems. Isn't that amazing?
And that helps reduce the aging.
Exactly.
Yep.
So it also increases lymphatic flow, which cleanses our blood. This is amazing. That's why low intensity exercise is good for us. And yet, much of the time, we're looking at being as fast as Nzikuru,
Keep
Kiprotich, to burn all the
Yeah,
fats,
to burn all the
and then you go 1 hour, 2 hours, and you're burnt out, and no results. This is very common because I have been to gyms. I have seen people work themselves to a speed that is crazy, but every single day they're back with the same belly, and then they come to us and say, oh, I've been told I have bad cholesterol, or I've been told I have diabetes, but they're at gym, they go to gym,
every
okay?
day.
Yes, every day
religiously
and all the time.
and all the time, doing it the wrong
Yes.
way.
And then another thing that doctor mentions here, which maybe one day we could teach about, is the heart rate. Exercising according to your heart
Yep.
rate. He has something that he does mathematically here.
Uh-huh.
220 minus your age.
Okay.
Okay. And then that amount times 65 equals to a certain amount. Then that same total times 80% equals that. So the two totals, for example, for me, it was 111. Between 111 and 136 should be my healthy heart rate.
Okay.
Working out your healthy heart rate according to your age.
Okay.
So it would be nice to have some of those timers you put on your finger as you're working out.
Yes. As
Yeah.
you're
Oh, you
working
have yours there?
out.
My God.
Yes, as you're working
I
out.
need one of these. I need one of
You should.
those.
You should
Yeah.
get one.
So that I know my heart rate when I'm working out, then I know I'm in my healthy range. You remember that person who just collapsed in the gym?
Yep.
Yeah,
As
that
they're
could be
working
one of
out.
those things. Yeah, so this is very important, guys. As you're listening, this is very, very important. Can we throw some light on the issues of cholesterol, diabetes? Because I know I'm running a health shop at Nadia, but a lot of the complaints, again, people want supplements to help their sugar, to help their, cholesterol, and this is seemingly a big, big problem.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we're currently seeing? There's diabetes type 1 and type 2.
Okay.
Type 2 is one which is more of the adult onset kind of diabetes.
Okay.
And in most cases, as you age, you're having all these hormonal changes.
Yeah.
Your liver is getting tired, your
Right.
kidneys are getting tired.
Right.
You're having a lot of fatty foods, diet. So
Right.
what happens is you eventually end up having type 2 diabetes.
Right.
And with diabetes, you could have certain symptoms like excessive thirst, you're feeling hungry all the time, you're urinating a lot.
Yes.
Those are some of the
Yes.
symptoms at the
Yes.
onset.
Yes.
But it's important to be able to keep your sugars at bay before you eventually get into diabetes.
How do we do that?
And
Anyway.
yeah, that's the magic bullet. So one
Okay.
thing is that you still have to keep monitoring,
Yeah.
having healthy, at least annual wellness checks.
Yes. Yes.
So that
yes.
the
Exactly.
doctor's able to check your random blood sugar and your fasting blood sugar.
Right.
That
Oh,
always
okay.
confuses. So random
Uh-huh.
is when you go to a clinic
Right.
or to a health facility and they do your blood sugar there and then.
Okay.
Fasting is done very early in the morning before you have anything to
Ah,
eat.
wow.
And that's the fasting blood sugar. And the
Wow.
levels are different.
Okay.
If I've just eaten a heavy meal and I go and
Yes.
check my sugars,
Okay.
it will be different if I'm fasted in the morning and I
Yes.
go and check my sugars.
Okay.
The other thing about cholesterol is sometimes I use the analogy of about a kitchen pipe, the drainage pipe of the kitchen.
Okay.
So imagine all these fats that you're taking in that
Right.
drains and blocks the drainage
The
system
drainage
of the
system.
kitchen.
Right.
So actually, when you look at those pipes, that's how your blood vessels are
Ew.
actually.
Come on. Come
So
on.
imagine
That's
all
terrible.
the fats. Yes, it is. So imagine all the
Oh,
every time you
wow.
want to eat, have a
Right.
cheat day.
Yes.
Imagine your blood vessels being clogged up
Oh
like
man. Okay.
the drainage of a kitchen.
No, that's not
kitchen
good.
pipe.
That's
Yeah.
not good. And
But
then you
that's
have
what
to
happened.
flush the drainage with hot water.
Yes, you have to flush it
In
with
this
water.
case, a lot of medicines.
A lot of medicines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
so if you don't control your cholesterol, that's what happens. So
right.
then the cholesterol clogs your blood vessels,
Right.
and then that in turn the heart has to pump much harder to
Yes.
be able to pump the blood through those
Okay.
clogged blood vessels.
Okay. Okay.
And
Yes.
that's what eventually gives you the
Heart,
hypertension.
the hypertension.
Yes, and
That's
of course,
right.
because your
Yeah.
heart is working so much,
Right.
then eventually you develop cardiac diseases.
Yes.
Other cardiac
yes.
diseases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we call the cardiac arrest. Is that what happens?
Not
Oh, that's
necessarily.
different.
That's not cardiac arrest, but you
Okay.
can eventually get into
You
the
can eventually-
cardiac arrest because
Oh,
your
wow.
heart is working so much
Right.
to pump blood through these clogged blood vessels.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Okay, that's not good. So let's get back to our kitchens and clean up whatever we're putting on the plates. And you mentioned about having our tests done regularly. How often should a person go for tests? I'm healthy, for example. You're one of those who says I'm healthy. I don't get sick. How often should this person go for tests?
So we often encourage at least an
Yeah.
annual checkup.
Okay.
And then during the annual checkup, if you're found to be a high-risk individual, then they
Right.
can reduce it to every 6 months or even three
Okay.
months,
Okay.
depending on the risk.
Okay.
And also,
Mm.
depending on the age,
Mm.
the annual tests that we do are different depending on the age.
Okay.
So you find that
Hmm.
most women who are 35 to 49,
Yes.
you'd have to do, as part of your wellness, apart
Hmm.
from doing your normal blood work, the
Right.
normal blood workup
Right.
that includes a combi blood count.
Hmm.
It's important to do your
Hmm.
blood sugar levels.
Right.
It's important to do your lipid profile levels.
Right.
It's important to do a breast examination
Hmm. Okay.
to rule out breast cancer.
Yes.
It's important to do a cervical cancer screening.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
so gone are the days when we thought that people who
Mm.
have cervical
Mm.
cancer, it
Mm.
has to be
Mm.
60 years and more.
Right.
Now we are seeing it even in the younger
Oh dear.
generation,
Oh
so
dear.
as
That's
early
sad.
as
That's sad.
35. So it's
Right.
important to be able to screen this annually.
Right.
Then if you're found to be a high-risk individual, then you
Yes.
can do it every six
Months.
months
Okay.
or even much
4 months. Four
with the
months.
advice
Yeah.
of your
Yeah.
doctor. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. What a world we live in.
Yep.
Too many toxins, too many health hazards, and no matter how healthy you feel, it's important that you see your doctor once a year or twice a year or 3 times a year if you're a high risk individual. Okay, wonderful. So we must obey the principles of healthy living. We've talked about exercise, we've talked about seeing our doctor, we've talked about eating right. What part does hydration play in our aging well?
Hey, it,
Yes, and then we can go back to skin and the rest. Yeah,
it's important.
yeah,
So when you hydrate,
yes.
so hydrating instead of it helps you cleanse your
Hmm.
systems
Okay,
because you're advised at least to take about 3 liters,
okay.
3 liters of water a day.
No matter your age, or does
Um,
that change?
it could change, of course. You don't
Okay.
expect a young baby to drink
Yes,
3 liters a
yes,
day, but
yes.
a normal
A normal
adult,
adult should
yeah,
take
should
three
take
liters.
about 3 liters a day.
Okay, okay.
And
Does hydration include my juice, my tea? That's a common question. I mean, does it have to be water? A lot of people hate water.
okay.
So must it be water?
It doesn't have to be water.
Okay.
So it could
Okay.
be healthy juice,
Yes.
no
Okay.
preservatives, just something
Uh-huh.
healthy.
Okay.
So as long as your total
Mm-hmm.
fluid intake, not of
Yes.
alcohol,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So we're talking fluidity here.
yeah, we're talking fluidity here.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
the what healthy fluids. So
Mm,
having
mm.
water, it
Right.
could be juice.
Okay.
As long as not all 3 liters of alcohol a day, you should be fine.
Okay.
So what really helps
Mm.
is first of all, imagine you're bathing all the cells in
Mm-hmm.
this very nice fluid
Okay.
that is healthy.
Right.
And also you're getting rid of the toxins because
Yes.
when you drink a
Yes.
lot, you
Yes.
urinate a lot, you're
Yes.
basically cleansing.
Wow. Wow.
And
Yes.
also your cells have
Mm-hmm.
certain toxins in
Mm-hmm.
them, so they're able to
Mm-hmm.
imbibe this water in
Right.
them,
Right.
and
Right.
that keeps them healthy and also
Right.
keeps you young. It's also
Yes.
good for the skin, so you're not
Excellent.
dehydrated. Yeah.
And all that combined with exercising 3 times a week, you
Yeah.
are looking good, looking younger every year. And of course, dealing with those issues we hate the most. When our clothes are off, all of us know what we look like when our clothes are off. And Dr. William, do you handle things like scars and those spots we don't want on our bodies? You want to wear your swimsuit and you look nice? Tell us.
So I've actually had lots
Yeah.
of clients coming in
Yeah.
for liposuction,
Okay.
especially when they have fat in all different areas of the belly.
Yes.
So we do
Yes.
liposuction.
Okay.
We also do scar removal for those who are not comfortable with their scars. We do
Okay.
scar removal.
Okay.
And we do lots of facial rejuvenation procedures as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a page, Facebook page, or how do they get
There's
you?
the Unity Facebook page.
It's called Unity,
Yes, Unity Skin Clinic.
as
You can
in
just-
UNITY.
Yes, Unity
Strange
Skin
name.
Clinic. Well,
Oh,
it
because of your
is.
team.
Yes.
Okay,
correct,
okay. Oh, lovely name.
Yep.
So it's wonderful to have you today
Yeah. Thank you so much.
and
Such an
talking
honor.
about aging well. I hope we can um, take these notes and actually be practical. You know, one of the things I have learned in life, doctor,
Yep.
is consistency is what gives us results.
That's true.
Yes, one of those days I did so badly, and I'll end with this one. I had a very hyperactive week. I tend to swing like that, yeah? And I remember telling you my blood count was low.
Yes.
Yes, yes, but I was happy to get back to that and getting back into my habits. So that if that can happen to me, I know most of us tend to be that way, and we need to stop doing that to ourselves. Stop torturing our bodies and let's get back into balance. Eating at the right time, hydration, sleeping enough. We didn't talk about sleep.
Well, you should have at least
7,
7 to 8 hours
8
of
to 8
sleep. Yeah,
hours so
seven
that
to
we
eight
can
hours of
become
sleep.
more beautiful,
Yeah,
right?
more beautiful.
And younger.
Yeah,
Yes, because our bodies repair in the night, don't they?
yeah,
As we
they do.
sleep,
You're right.
repair happens.
Yep.
Okay, so please get in touch with us. If you need to see me, I'm at Nalia. You can get my contact as well from LTV. And Doctor, it's nice to have you. Please get to
Thank
the
you so
Unity
much.
Facebook page, get in touch with him, and put that swimsuit on very soon, okay? See you guys in the next show, Refitness, and this time come with your gear on, okay? We shall be doing a workout along with a friend of mine called Peace, who was able to lose weight about 20 kilos in 2 months. It was
Wow,
quite a drive.
wow,
Too
wow.
fast, though,
Right.
but you'll be able to meet Gloria in the next session. God bless you guys. Bye. And be healed if you're not
Bye.
well. Amen. Bye.
Thank you.